What's good? It's your boy Time Money. Today I'm gonna talk about I'm willing to give my hard-earned money to Microsoft when it comes to Game Pass and the Microsoft Store and on Game Pass, not on Game Pass, but on the Microsoft Store and the Xbox consoles in particular. I'm willing to give my hard-earned money to Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? Because when it come down to it, though, I don't travel. I don't. And I used to catch Uber around. Don't get me wrong. I did cancel my Game Pass Ultimate around before the pandemic, way before the pandemic. Like I was playing games, but at the same time I was getting out more. But ever since this pandemic hit and stuff, I got, what I'm saying, Uber. Till to this day, I really can't get a good stable Uber driver to come get me, to take me to certain places, and it's hard to find an Uber driver in certain places that you're trying to go to, due to a simple fact that there was an incident of a Hispanic female robbing and killing an Uber driver. So around in my town, so that's one thing. And when that happened, I'm just like, So basically, I'm just a homebody. I don't travel. The reason why I don't travel is because my mom don't travel. And when I was growing up, I didn't went to a perfect school or nothing, so I don't know how to do all those type of things to get a passport and all that. Like I don't know my social security number at heart, none of that. So basically, what I'm trying to say though is that instead of going outside playing sports or riding skateboards or anything that matter, I'm a gamer at first, and ever since I was a kid, before that street life, before the New Age movement, before cannabis, before any of that, I was a gamer at first. I used to have every single game console that was out there. You feel what I'm saying? Every single game console that was out there. You feel what I'm saying? Most of them are Japanese consoles. You know what I'm saying? And it was a trick, from Nintendo, Sega, and now PlayStation. So I used to own them consoles. This is way before internet and all that stuff was popular. But whole 9 yards. But at the same time, what made me stick to Xbox is when the original Xbox came out. When the original Xbox came out, I did give away my PS2, and that's the last time I ever touched a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? I would say last time I touched a Nintendo as well, but I did have the Nintendo Switch. I'm not gonna lie, if you see in my past videos, I had it behind my TV, but I gave it away now because not only that I can cloud game on my phone with a Nintendo controller, like a Nintendo like controller, Xbox controller, but when you plug it to your phone, it's like a Nintendo Switch almost. But also, I play on my tablet that I'm using to record myself also as well with another controller I got. That's a Razer Xbox controller. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. But the thing about it is that I don't see myself traveling nothing because of the creation of the metaverse. Like, and that's one thing that really kept me to really focus on playing video games, and particularly Xbox exclusive video games and also multiplayer video games as well. Ever since the metaverse was brought up, when Mark Zuckerberg presented that in his presentation and stuff, and when he brought up the metaverse and everything that's going to be about it, that's what made me create not only create Xbox videos talking about Xbox and Microsoft, but also talking about creating a techno theist religion for Xbox, which is Xboxpunk, and also turn it into a game studio as well and make exclusive games for Xbox as an independent developer. Because Xbox and Microsoft are invested of having independent developers in Game Pass and stuff like that, knowing that they would keep their games in Game Pass if they are independent developers. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. And that's one thing that I want to include. So when it really come down to it, yes, I'm willing to give my money to Microsoft, knowing that they worth a trillion, knowing that they are the richest when it comes to software and PC computers and stuff, which I don't have no problem when their games go to PC. Because you gotta understand, they own Windows, they own the software that runs on PCs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at the money deal, look at it. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation's trying to do the same thing, but there's cases of these PlayStation ponies, being disrespectful and stuff, and being upset that PlayStation games aren't gonna be going on, on the PC, especially mainly the exclusive game, the exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Which is violent. But don't get me wrong, there's always mental illness on both console war sides. I'm not, tell you the truth, I'm an OG, so I'm not really into the console war thing. I'm more of a fanboy of loving Xbox than getting into that console war. But reason why I call PlayStation fanboys ponies and stuff, because there's videos on YouTube where there's evidence that they post stuff on Twitter being disrespectful, but at the same time, Sony is down there draining their ass with their money though. Like $70 for a remake of Last of Us. Like wow, man. But the thing about it is, the one thing I want to say though is that at the end of the day, I'm willing to get my hard earned. I do labor work. I do Caltrans and janitorial. I got two jobs in the same company and it's the same pay. I don't got Netflix. I got YouTube Premium. I do pay for YouTube Premium, but I don't got Netflix. I don't got Disney Plus. The only service that I use that I enjoy the most is Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a hardcore Xbox punk, but a hardcore gamer. You know what I'm saying? People think I don't play on my consoles because I have them on my bed or sleep in my bed with them. You gotta understand, my mom bring people in the house I don't know, so I gotta bring my consoles upstairs, and I don't hook them up to this TV because this TV is not 4K. This is an old TV, so the main thing I want to say though is that when it really comes down to it, I am a Microsoft simp because I have no choice to be a Microsoft simp. Since the mention of the metaverse and stuff, and how Microsoft is invested in creating a metaverse, and knowing that if they buy more game studios, what I'm saying, it can be a startup for creation of a digital world. I'm here for that. I was put on this earth for that. So I am a ganja punk, but I'm also an Xbox punk, but also I'm an Xbox techno philosopher and an Xbox techno theist. And the reason why I'm starting with this with Xbox, besides any other console, I mean, just imagine if I was representing Nintendo or PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Representing them hardcore and creating a techno theist religion out of those brands. But Xbox is on the winning side because even though Xbox, when the first Xbox One came out, what I'm saying, it was focusing on TV and entertainment and stuff, and gamers was upset about that. But at the same time, they started investing into games, and now they're serious about games by purchasing software developers. When the purchase of Activision, when they purchased Activision Blizzard, I mean, Bethesda was big too, but when they purchased Activision Blizzard, you gotta understand, I played World of Warcraft on my laptop back in the 2010s and also in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Whole nine yards. So I've been playing Activision Blizzard games for a long time, especially with Crash Bandicoot. I started with Crash Bandicoot. You know what I'm saying? On PlayStation though, not on Xbox, but on PlayStation. But the main thing I want to say though is that I'm here to create an Xbox empire into the digital atmosphere. Like when it comes to the digital worlds, like we already got Minecraft, we already got Roblox, but when it comes to many other digital worlds, especially the metaverse at large, the Xbox Punk is really a metaverse religion, not really for the physical world, but for the digital world. But once technology evolves and get enhanced, and once 5G is enhanced, where we be able to play on our phones with 5G, because 5G is not turned on in my town due to the simple fact that I still lag in my games. But by the year 2025, that's when 5G is full bloom. But by the year 2025, though. But we'll really come down to it, though. Even though 5G is not fully enhanced, once 5G and all that is enhanced, we can show our proudness by playing games on the go and stuff like that, and really show off our Xbox Punk faith and religion. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. And that's one thing I'm trying to push out there into the open, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to give Microsoft my money when it comes to Game Pass and buying games on their Microsoft Store. And not only that, but they give out discounts on games on their Microsoft Store. Out the blue, though. This is a new thing, but at the same time, they give out discounts. So, Microsoft, they know they too damn rich. They filthy rich. You know what I'm saying? They're richer than any technology company out there when it comes to software and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But when it really come down to it, they're not snatching money from us from like Sony, this and Nintendo too. They're snatching money from their consumers, man. But Microsoft and Microsoft, they worth a lot of money. They worth more than PlayStation and Microsoft due to the Windows and due to PC gaming. And people have to play on Windows to have play PC gaming. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what I'm trying to say though is that Microsoft, you know what I'm saying, they're not really all that money hungry because they're already worth $1 trillion. So with Microsoft being worth $1 trillion, they're not really just sucking us dry, especially with Game Pass and showing discounts in the Microsoft's digital store. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. But that's all I want to say on the out there. So I am a Microsoft shimp, but at the same time, they're not draining my pockets though. I got a Game Pass and also to give out discounts on the Microsoft store. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. But at the same time, I'm still able to buy cigarettes and cannabis and still enjoy gaming. Like, don't get me wrong, I do get out the house though. I do go to the store, get food, and do go to 7-Eleven and get cigarettes. And my mom do drive me to the camp, but there's a cannabis club next to the store, so I do go to there, to get my joints and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. But I do have my mom there to take me to this other cannabis store that got some good edibles. And when you offer edibles and playing video games, it's freaking amazing. I got a high tolerance, so smoking weed. If you got a low tolerance and you smoke weed and play video games, that's amazing too. But edibles though, that's the same high as well. But edibles, it's amazing feelings. But particularly Xbox games. You know what I'm saying? I can't, Nintendo games, yeah, but PlayStation games, yeah, but I'm an Xbox consumer, so I only can speak for Xbox. But that's all I want to say. I want to put out there. So when it really come down to it, though, y'all, that's all I want to put out there. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. So when it comes down to it, I am a Microsoft shimp, but that's a good thing, though. Like, I ain't like these people that go to these Twitch streamers and drain them and giving large amounts of donations. You know what I'm saying? Giving up I'd rather give my money to a company than some random person, man, because at the end of the day, they can block you or disown you or anything like that. But when it comes to a company, $1 trillion company at that's giving out good deals and stuff, I'd rather be a shrimp to Microsoft than any other thing in the world. And that's all I want to say, so peace.